it's outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right?
Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a dish and tell me what you like about it. I'm doing some market research. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it? A dish is more than substance, it's a mood. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal. A union between opposite but complementary features coexisting in perfect harmony.
So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar?
Why, if it isn't the special guests who seldom visit. Less busy than usual, I see.
Yikes! What happened to Baishu's voice? Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Welcome, welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy, I presume? Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable for them. We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food. From a purely pharmaceutical perspective, I tend to recommend soups and stews. I must apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food without worrying about the health implications these days. We've had quite the endless stream of patients recently. If you ask me, I think the changing weather is to blame.
Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. It's great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is Xiangling's favorite thing to do. You can be sure she'll put lots of care and attention into it. Great! That makes this whole trip worth it.
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Keqing. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Keqing is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder. By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you looking for someone?
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event. I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
They're very precisely put together. They taste pure. The presentation is smart. Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into consideration.
Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. An ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain time of the year. Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successor should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions, just as he did. Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa village is said to be home to a lot of historical texts, so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
Are there any old books around Qingce village?
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace.
With minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
No surprises from the Gugua geek.
Oh, Traveler. Who are all these people?
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Gouba, and Kuching.
Hi. Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly.
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know? Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Kuching! Xiangling! We're back!
I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. You'd think you own the place.
I'll sit here with Gouba.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered. Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now. You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yanxiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent. Gouba, what are you doing?
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Kuchings. How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
You ate every last one? Oh, Gouba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay? It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair as your food is snatched away from right under your nose.
I don't have high hopes for this. But equally, I don't want her feeling guilty. If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
Hey, we're here!
What is it? She was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Gouba back at Wangshu Inn? Oh, you're missing out. I'll grill some for you another time. But anyway, even after her favorite food was stolen away, she was still happy looking after Gouba. I'm really grateful for that.
You make a good point.
What's going on? What the? That bird is huge! Cloud Retainer. That does sound like an Adeptus name.
A while it has indeed been, Traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hasten hither to partake in the Moon Chase Festival?
A supreme cuisine what?
Patience. One's purpose here today is to meet and to greet. Nothing further. All shall be revealed before your very eyes when the time arrives.
This bird always disappears just as quickly as she shows up.
She seemed like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking.
What are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already. Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes.
Oh!
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit me today.
Hello.
Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know about the Stove God?
Does this mean you know them personally?
I must commend your guesswork this far. Not something in which the ordinary people of Liyue would ever partake.
Rex Lapis.
Lady Kuching! Huh? Lady Kuching, Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
What a pity it is that the god is now gone both from the world and from people's memories.
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the stove god passed. She is a tenacious child, and anything she sets her mind to, she will diligently pursue. It warms my heart and makes me want to give her a helping hand.